Little puckers. Sorry. I said P. I said the P word. You just didn't hear me because you didn't want to listen correctly. So what's going on? What's going on? Oh, goodness gracious, great balls of fire. I don't like my ship is way too far down. I don't like it. Maybe if I stick it up here? No. It's, well, it's worth a shot. Freaking green screen's not working for crap this morning. Probably having too much light reflecting onto the screen, so it's making it screwy. Oh well, I need a darker place. I need my own little dark room. Dark room. But, oh, man, I could not get to sleep last night. It was like 3 o'clock this morning. I'm like, finally, because I went to sleep. Well, I tried to go to sleep at like 9 o'clock. I did it. Well, I probably because I did that whole 15-minute, pass out quick nap. Because my mind didn't want to just stay asleep. Well, it was like 3 o'clock before I finally went to sleep this morning. I hate days like that. And you wake up all miserable and grumpy. No, I wasn't grumpy. Well, I was grumpy. I wasn't miserable, but I was grumpy. But I'm always grumpy, so I can't really. It's not a, that's not a negative to me. I really were hoping this cube works, so my phone don't go bloop and die on me midway through the stream, because that would be embarrassing. So, the boy's coming on tomorrow, maybe. He says he will. He might, no promises, but I'm excited to have the Grumpy and Son show. It'll be fun. I like when he comes on and hangs out with me. So, don't know what we're going to talk about yet, but we shall see. It might be kind of an interesting show tomorrow. I'm excited. So, oh man, gotta hope my voice is working. Not my voice. My voice always works. I can't shut this thing up. It's complete. It's a pain in the butt. But it's like, I hope my sound is working. That makes more sense to myself than. Oh man, we don't know what to talk about this morning. Confusey. Came on for a while. I mean, no shows up. I'll just do a 30-minute. Come back on later when there's more people. More peoples. I think that's the best way to do it. If you got no peoples, then. Normally somebody shows up though. Normally one of my favorite people shows up. And then more people show up. And then more people show up. And then more people show up. And that's how you do it. It's like the domino effect. Just everybody just turkeys in. Oh. I don't know. I think that works. Oh, but I wore one of my skinnier shirts today. This is only I think it's a 1X or an X. I don't know. Hold on. We will find out. I don't really care about the shirt, so yeah. For all you people that keep calling me fat, I don't know. Can you see it in the camera? My shirt's only an X. It's only an XL. Not a 5X. You crazy people that Oh, you're so fat. No, look, it's only an XL. I'm not chubby. You weird people always call me fat. You know, and how my friend used to wear 3X. So when him and I are the same weight, I knew he was fluffy. I like to pick him up though because he's fluffy. He was like, oh, like a little jungie ball, a little Jello ball. You know, just roar. He gets so mad at me, he'd slap me. He's like, put me down. You know. But it was funny. You know, you're supposed to pick up your friends, especially if they're jelly. You know, your big chunky friends. Always pick up your big chunky friends. You know, it makes them feel skinny because then they fly. They're like, woo, I'm floating. You know, but what do you do when you got, you know? That might seem odd to everybody, but hell, I always thought it was funny. You know, you know. Well, you can't just pick up random strangers. Random strangers get all mad when you're just like, you know. So, but you can pick up your friends, right? You know, I think that would be the way to do it. So, I don't know. I think the caffeine's kicking. I'm feeling a little bit more awake now. Getting that little jittery going on, you know. How you doing? So, hey, don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe button. You know, everybody just like hit the thumbs up. You know, help a friend out. Everybody needs a little bit of help every now and then. You know, hit the like button. Trying to hit my 200 subscribers before Saturday. We can do it because it's like what, Tuesday? Oh yeah, we can do it. We got the faith in everybody. Morning. Welcome in. How you doing? How's your day going this morning? Of what, my friend? Seven. Oh, that's one of you lovely people. One of my lovely 67 people. So awesomeness. You got at least one or two a day. You know, 6, 7 was so last year, my friend. I think we're on like 8, 9 now. 8, 9 is like the new cool thing. 6, 7 is so last year. You are so out of style right now. But it's all right. You're being retro. Is that what? Yeah, you're retro because you're all on the 6, 7. That's cool. It's cool to be retro, you know. It's like trying to bring, hey Yuki, morning to you. It's like bringing back the 80s, you know. Oh, I lived through the 80s. I went to an 80s club one time, and kids, and they're way younger than me, and, you know, they're all trying to act 80s, and I was like, this is embarrassing, but it was kind of fun though. I mean, hey, light, safe feather, life as feather, life is, well, whatever. I think that's how it goes. How's your morning going? Yeah, light as a feather. That's cool. See, I figured I'd get it eventually. Just gotta, come on, brain, work out. Don't. Oh, I can't like my own stream. They won't let me. I tried. Nah. If you get bored, go check out my short streams. I make a lot of silly, stupid shorts. Some are funny, some not so much. They all entertain me, though. That's why I made them. So, and I'm learning every day to make better things. So, they might get better as we go, or they might get worse. No promises, you know. That's kind of how that works. You never make promises, and that way you don't ever let anybody down, you know. That way you're always stuck to your word, but it is what it is. So, what's your hat say? My hat says I'm fat. No, it says ban assault liberals. I was trying to support my friend's channel back when we were still friends, and shit, this was like a $45 hat, man. Then the dogs chewed it all up, so I figured when I go to Seattle, I just do this, right? I go like this, and then I'm an assault liberal, all right? But when I'm on the east side of the state, we banned them, so, you know, cognito, real life, you know, because, you know, you go to the west side of my state, One of those rabid dog liberals, they'll chew your ankles off. They'll they'll get one of those crazy Karens on you. I hope you can run because they will follow you around like a bloodhound. Those women are scary, scary Karens. What is what it is? I mean it right, Yuki. Well, I mean, unless you get one of those Neanderthal women, or not Neanderthal women, but the jungle ladies that are like 9 feet tall. Then they'll get you in the back. Like, but I don't know. I was trying to be funny on that one, and I lost track of thought. No, but it was still, to me, it was still funny. One I am, but we chill. You're a Karen? When did you become a Karen? I thought you were my superhero. Oh man, there goes my whole Taco Tuesday. So you're in what, Pendleton area, Baker? No, I'm in Washington. Why would I be in? Why the hell would I be in Oregon? Ew, Oregon. Ugh. No, just kidding. If you're in Oregon, welcome in. We love everybody from everywhere. We have no grief concern. We tell bad jokes. I mean, we like to talk a lot of poopy poop, but we never have a serious attitude against people. I mean, people be people, and unfortunately, you can't change people. They do their own thing. So, no. Where are you from? Sim Racing Central. Sim Racing Central. That sounds like a gamer's name. Are you a gamer there, Sims? Maybe. I don't know. Probably. He probably is. He just doesn't. He's a shy messenger. He doesn't like to talk. He doesn't like to engage in conversation. He's afraid. He's scared. Lived in Oregon for like 5 nights. I lived on the beach for a hot minute back in the late '90s. I lived in Seaside, Oregon for a while with the ex-wife and my friend that has passed because he tried to chase it. He tried to race a train and the train won. So, got that. I slept my first class period. Was going to sleep this period, but it seems you were lying. Well, if you're in class, don't get in trouble, man. I mean, unless we get a whole bunch of your classmates to come join the chat and you hit the like and share and sub button, the hell with it. And if your teacher's hot, give her my number. No, call me maybe. Oh. Well, that was my second guess that you were into soapbox derbies, and what kind of racing you into? Bikes, cars, semi trucks, boats, go karts, little cars, fat people. Fat people racing is pretty fun. They go whoa, and then they fall over if they get winded. So it's pretty humorous, but never judge the fat people racing. It's not funny. It's not, but no. Next, if that Trey guy comes in today, though, I'm showing him tag off my shirt. I am not fat. Not fat. I mean, it'd be better if this was like a large, but I'm not like super fat. That guy was kind of hurting my feelings. Just go to the gym. Go to the gym. I don't want to go to the gym. You go to the gym. And I don't know why I'm talking to the wrestler, but go to the gym. I've had 2 hours of sleep. I'm doing good. I'm all here. I promise. I am all cheatery here. I'm all here this morning. I promise. Go Krispy Kremes. Krispy Kremes. Oh, that takes me back to a story. Back when I was a teenager, every weekend we'd go to the coast and we'd stop and get it. Well, No, we'd go to the coast. Sometimes, some weekends we'd go to the coast, and some weekends we'd go to the west side, up to Seattle, just get a box of Krispy Kremes because they didn't sell Krispy Kremes in my area. And the ex-old lady, she liked the Krispy Kreme donuts because you could stand in line and they give you a free hot donut right out of the fryer there. I mean, it was kind of a fun experience, but ooh, they always set my stomach weird. Oh, I think it was the fryer. I think it was the oil. But so we'd always get a dozen donuts, and well, we'd get chocolate cream filled donuts and bring them back, and I feel like the chocolate covered cream filled ones. They were kind good. I mean, but sometimes I like a variety, not just one type of donut. But she was a one type donut kind of person, so apparently she was in charge. So I've been craving Broho, a coffee shop, but my lover is not the one who gets me. Since he can't, I just can't do it. No. Well, that's typically how that happens. I used to get my friend a coffee every morning because she was my friend. And I always called her. My mom always called her coffee girl. I mean, we were friends for 7 years, something like that, 5 or 6 years. And then she got married, and then I got married, and we just kind of parted ways. Uh, she was cool. I liked her. She was fun. Her kids were a blast. I loved her kids. Her kids were awesome. Uh, you know, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? I don't know. So I don't think we're gonna make a long super stream today, though. Maybe 30 minutes or an hour. I mean, I really can't do anything today because it's windy as hell. Stuff is blowing everywhere. And the only thing wind is good for is sailing and flying kites. Unless you got a wind generator, then wind is good for that. But or windsurfing, and blowing seeds and things around, blowing the stink off you. I guess there's a lot of positive things about the wind. That's nice on a really hot day, but that's gonna start filling up the some more of these planter boxes today with dirt, but not today. Yeah, I'm sitting in class and he texted me asking if I wanted a broho, and I told him I didn't want a broho. I was like, it was sad. I didn't know. He got me Java chips and chopped it off. Oh, see? What a guy. What a guy. Tell him where's my coffee. So what about Grumpy? What about Grumpy, man? It's all right. I got my own coffee. Do it myself because no one was thinking about Grumpy this morning. Maybe I needed a coffee, I'm kidding, Not trying to be selfish. You're like 1,800 miles away. By the time you got me a coffee, it'd be cold, and it'd be like 3 days old. That'd be weird. Oh. I mean, yeah, I guess it's the thought that counts, though, right? The thought that counts. Of course, I drink really boring coffee. I just drink a black Americano with a few ice cubes. So, just a black espresso is basically all. Like a double black espresso is all I really drink. Well, I guess they add a little water to it, so it's not an espresso; it's an Americano. Because if it was just an espresso, they wouldn't add the water. But you know, I probably could just. I used to do a 5-shot Americano, 20-ounce 5-shot. I know it's bouncing all off the walls. You know, 5 shots of espresso will get you zingy. I liked it. I liked it a lot. But so. Oh, did you text him? Will you get Grumpy a coffee? I'm waiting for the response. He's gonna be like, "Who the hell's Grumpy?" That's gonna be an off the wall conversation. He's gonna be so confused, Yuki. He's gonna be like, "Who the hell's Grumpy?" You know. My stupid balloon screen is not working for crap today. It's not showing my boat. It keeps showing the car. I was trying to avoid. I bet he'll ask, but who you are. I bet he will. He'll be like, who the hell's Grumpy? You're like, you know Grumpy. Come on now. No, I don't do that. I'll probably cause a jealousy fight. I don't want to be the cause of a fight this morning. I have been known to cause jealousy fights because I'm a pretty man. You know, it's all right. I forgive myself. But it is what it is, and it isn't what it isn't, and that is the world of the game. I cannot believe nobody liked my Man in the Mirror one last night. I thought that one was pretty good. The whole mirror thing in Michael Jackson Man in the Mirror. Nobody liked it. Well, like 50 people, but man, like at 1:30 this morning, 2 o'clock, I made a few AI videos. Of course, the ones I wanted to make, YouTube wouldn't let me because it wasn't appropriate, and they can't turn that kind of picture into it. They can't use that one because it's discriminatory against our leftist friends and me. You know, it is what it is, I guess. But now he's adores me too much to fight. That's because you'd beat him up. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I don't know if you'd beat him up. Maybe. You know, give him 1, 2. Give him the lefty and the righty and the pow pow. You know, give him the old Batman kapow kachow boom. Little Jackie Gleason. One of these days, Alice. One of these days, pow, right in the kisser. You know, I just like the Honeymooners. That was one of my favorite. You know, when I was a kid. Of course, the show was made like 50 years before I was born. You know, but I always liked Jackie Gleason. Jackie Gleason was a good actor. You know. He made some very interesting. I locked him out of his car, and he just hugged me and saying it's okay. That's all ever. why would you lock him out of his car, man? That's not cool. That's why I always carry a spare key with me so I can't get locked out. Just, I got a story to tell you. Talking about locked cars. So I was coming in. I was like 4 hours out. You know, the ex-wife had the car. I'm like, hey, can you drop the car off? Because she was hanging out with her mom, you know, and the kids. I'm like, can you drop the car off and leave the keys for me and the tongue of the hitch, right? Well, she left me just the ignition key, but she took the fob with her and she locked the cars and set the alarm. So it took me an hour and a half how to figure out how to turn that stupid alarm off so I could start the car so I could put it in go-go gear and get home. I was so annoyed. Oh, man. I'm like, hey, honey, next time just leave the fob with the key, you know, or don't lock the car. You know, but to me, I mean, it's funny now. I was so mad though for like, it took me like an hour trying to read through the manual because we didn't really have, you know, like today you got all the cool internets and things like that. We had slow, take you forever internets, and our cell phones weren't really. I mean, our cell phones were a lot better back then. You could just call people and text. You didn't have the whole World Wide Web on the palm of your hand, but. So, had to pull out the old car manual, reading through it forever today, going, "Oh, I figured it out!" You know, you put the key in the back door, you put in the hatch of the Jeep, you just put it there, turns the alarm off, and you can go. So, thank God I know how to read, because that really would have made for a long day. No. Oh, I worked for this company in Connecticut. They had this truck that automatically locked itself out of. So you always want to make sure you have the keys, and because they didn't pay for locksmiths, which was totally stupid. So I forgot the key. I ran inside and I came back and I forgot the key, and I had left the truck running because it was a cold day, and I was like, you know, it gets cold in Connecticut, but. So I ended up having to break into the truck. I could have been a car thief as a child. Apparently, I was good at it. Breaking in was my specialty. So, But I didn't have to spend $200 on a locksmith because that would have just been ridiculous to have, to have to pay to get into a company truck. Totally dumb, I think. Oh, you gotta pay. It's not my truck. I'll leave it right where it sits. Send me a locksmith and shove it up your ring home. Don't have don't have broken trucks. That's my theory on it. But a certain state, certain laws, certain rules, and you kind of get stuck on the whole. As much as I don't like my state, we do have a lot of protective employee laws here that protects you from bad employers. So, and we get vacation pay, and you know, our taxes are silly, but we do have some benefits, I guess, to that. Of course, if you end up having to take a sick day payday, oh man, they give you so much turds for. I mean, you pay for it. It's your money. It's like J.G. Wentworth. I want it now. It's my money, and I want it now. But no, sorry, Bobo. Let's not play it like that. No. But so we're gonna figure it out. You know, it's a another day progress, I guess. That you figure stuff out one day at a time. I think that's what life's all about, is learning. Hmm. Got me on American flag today. America! I'm strutting America out. Of course, I think most of my work shirts all have the American flag on it, amazingly. I don't know. I'm always strutting up the old glory. Old glory, everywhere I go. So, actually, what it kind of cool if there was actually an American flag behind this, and then, it said what it said, but I probably just need to buy a new hat and just let the dogs finish this one off. Let it be completely destroyed. Just become a chew toy. I mean, they already started on it, so. But, well, no, because I don't really want them to chew on my hat, so that's probably a bad idea. Bad idea, Grumpy. Bad idea. Don't give your hats to the dog. And that's why they chew on my hats, because they're you know, like old shoes and things. I'll just throw the old shoes to them to let them chew them up. But of course, when I get mad at them for chewing up my shoes, well, maybe I caused the problem. Never thought about that till now. Maybe I'm the problem. They're not. Interesting. See, the things we learn. The things we learn. that happens. I had this beautiful 6X Beaver hat, cowboy hat back in the day. Beautiful hat, totally black, beautiful leather hat band on it. I mean, it was a gorgeous cowboy hat. I mean, it was gorgeous. Spent a lot of money for that stupid hat. Me and the old horsey horse, we decided we were going to go for a ride. Well, she did not like cowboy hats because a few cowboys had treated her really badly. So she knocked that hat off and she did the Mexican hat dance. Oh, it was so gone in seconds. I was like, mother great Jack and the Beanstalk. I was like, you killed my hat, man. Why? Why the hat? Of course, the ex-wife's horse though, he was a poivert. He played strip tag. He'd come run after you, rip your shirt off, and run away with it. He was a poivert. Do I believe in ghosts? Yes, I believe in ghosts. I believe in spirits. Well, I believe in spirits. I don't believe in ghosts, which I guess would be technically the same thing. But because a spirit actually has energy where they can move things, and because you have to have it to be an energy, to put off a energy cell. You have to be a spirit, because ghosts don't have any power. They're just kind of so. I guess I believe in spirits. I don't believe in ghosts. Go, but I think ghost is just a made up term for spirit. So that's all that. I mean, yeah. Well, no, some spirits are lazy. What can I say? They just bumming around the spiritual realm, going, "Woo! I can fly!" You know, how exciting would that be? Come on, I agree with you. I mean, yeah, technically, I mean, it's kind of like I like the other day I was talking about dragons. Technically, a dinosaur is just a dragon. Man just changed the name to it, you know. To no, that's about all that consists of. Man is really good about changing words. You know, it's like, oh, I don't like how that sounds, so I'm gonna change it. You know, because we can't have words to actually mean what they're supposed to mean from the original beginning. This young, no offense to this younger generation, but you guys are really bad about changing definitions to words instead of just leaving words and not just finding a happy meaning. Everything has to have a happy meaning to a word. It's like not all words are supposed to be happy. Some words are supposed to be grumpy and hateful and distraught and disgusting and you know. Hear me out and do me a spooky calibration. I take you on a tour in the mental asylum I work in. Darling, I live in a mental asylum. I mean, so everywhere I go, I'm crazy. My daughter did find a haunted haunted hospital. That's supposed to have ghouls and goblins and ghosties and spiritual things, and about 40 miles down the road. So when her film gets here for her, she wanted a retro camera, so she bought an old 35 millimeter camera. So we're waiting for her batteries and her 35 millimeter film to show up, and then we're gonna go down there and do some ghost hunting. That's all right. Hey Zaya, that's all right. I'm gonna take me a bottle of salt and just kind of salt me around. I'll be good. I'll be like, not today, Satan, not today. You know. So my friend Anita back in school, or was it Nancy? It was either Nancy or Anita. I think it was Nancy. It was Nancy. Her they actually had a ghost in their apartment, and at night with the washing machine unplugged, the washing machine they filmed it. The washing machine would actually dance across the floor. They had an evil spirit that was mad at them. He would toss that water. I mean, you know how much energy it takes to move a washing machine? I've seen the film. I'm not crazy. They showed me. They're like, look at, you know, they recorded and everything. It was cool as hell, you know. I think that was Nancy. I'm pretty sure. It was either Anita or Nancy. It was one of the two. You couldn't really tell because they were like two peas in a pond. You know, Nancy, Anita, and Jennifer. They all just kind of were glued together back in the late 80s, early 90s. I think it was late. I think it was early 80s. But, you know, I'm aging myself again. I'm feeling old this morning. My daughter, man, she really gets my goat. She's like, "You're not 50 yet?" No, I'm not. I'm almost, kind of, long ways away from 50, but I'm not 50 yet. You know, she keeps trying to make me older than I am, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. You know. Let me stay middle aged for a minute, you know. Don't make me super old. I'm not ready for super old. I'm still enjoying my 40s. But I haven't, you know, that's kind of why I keep the beard more younger looking, because man, when this thing goes solid white, everybody's like, man, what are you, 55? Yeah, sure, okay. You know, we had a family event year before last. We all had to go to a family event, and my cousin was there. She was, man, you look like the older brother, because you know, of course my two older brothers, no, I don't dye my beard. Oh yeah, you dye your beard. Quiet your mouth, you know. I mean, I don't mind a few little grays, you know, because I've been going gray since I've been about 31. I've been going gray since about 31. Just little white hairs popping in there. But I wasn't ready for it to be like silver fox devil kind of guy. No, I'm not ready for that yet. Maybe when I'm in my 60s, I'll let it go completely white and I'll get the whole Santa Claus look going on. I think that'll work. Where are you going, you numbnuts? Oh, that's what they say. I've been told that before. But I'm just not ready to be a silver fox. No. I think the cool thing is though, is you know the ladies have like the really black hair, and then they get that one that like natural white streak. I think that's the coolest thing ever. Just that blue, you know. Ahoy, Capotan! Are you my new cabin boy? Aunt, are you my new cabin boy? You ever watch that movie? I don't recommend it. It's dumber than hell, but well, if you want to watch a really dumb comedy, watch Cabin Boy. that movie was, you know. Well, it was either the boat or it was going to be my workshop, and for some reason my green screen is not staying focused. I think it's because there's too much light coming in. I think there's too much. Yeah. I think that's what it is. I think I'm getting too much light interference, and it's messing with my camera. Oh well. I like the old pirate ship. You know, if I lived in the old days, I would have been a pirate. But I would have had both my legs. I wasn't gonna like walk around like, you know, the R kind of pirates, you know, and shiver me timbers, and that's all Disney talk. They didn't really say shiver me timbers and a pint of rum. You can't be exactly, you know. And like, share, and subscribe. Because we're trying to get to 200 before Saturday. So we need 53 of you gracious people, no, 43 of you gracious people to sub out before Saturday. We know you can do it because we love you. You know, you fabbly dabbly people, you. But, you know. Oh. Man. Maybe I could do, because look it. I'm Old Spice. Capitan. Maybe I am the captain, because I got Capitan spray. This does not smell good, by the way. I don't recommend it at all. Go back to the swagger. 44 watching me, ill people. Fine people. Right? Find us 43 people. Right? We need 43 people. As of 2 o'clock this morning. So it'd be really cool to get it to 1,000 by Saturday, but you know, that's wishful thinking. I know we can kick because we're getting between 6 to 10 a day. So if we keep this up, our numbers are growing. So nice, you're doing awesome. And everybody go subscribe to Yuki's channel. Because she's our rock star. She makes the music. She's a rock star. She's like, yeah, I'm Yuki and I'm playing the music. So, did we lose Zaya? Zaya! Oh, Zaya! Did we lose Zaya? I think so. She's our little groundhog. She comes in a couple times a year and goes, I saw my shadow. I'm out. Oh, I don't worry about my mental health. I'm sure it's there somewhere. If not, it'll come back to me eventually. Or, you know, it actually helps out by having a little bit of mental health issues. You know that, Yuki? I'll tell you the truth. It inspires you to be creative. I mean, if you didn't have mental health problems, you wouldn't be making music. If you were just a plain Jane, vanilla, normal normie, you would be like, music, nah, you know. I get my inspiration when I make my cartoons, my cartoon voices and all that from my mental illness. So, you know, sometimes being a little crazy, but is beneficial to life. You know what I mean? Because who wants to be in a Manila freaking normie? Normie's boring. Normies are boring, you know? What they always say. So, I really got to turn off my notifications, especially when I'm live streaming, because that is so annoying when you're getting 100 notifications that when you're trying to live stream and what do you do? I got a whole bunch of phone calls I got to make tomorrow. Phone calls. I hate phone calls. But when you're an adult, you got to make the calls. I think the whole world should just be like on text mode, like, hey, you know? So, I think that would be cool, you know? You just like, well, I guess I was texting my lawyer, so I can't really say that one, but, you know, that, you know, like you can just text the bank. Well, I guess I have digital banking, so I guess you do text the bank. So I really don't have anything to talk about because, you know, basically that's true. Speaking of, I checked out my mental health video the other day and I used my audio for the nice. I had some kid steal my cookie song, or not my cookie, my first animated voiceovers I did, and some kid stole my video, or not steal it. Well, kind of stole it, but you know, um, regenerated it. So, I mean, it is what it is, I guess. I mean, I thought it was funny. Yeah, they remixed it. It was coming to me, Yuki. You gotta give my old brain more than 2 seconds to reboot. You know, I get it eventually. Maybe not. We won't say that one at all because sometimes I go into complete and I'm like, what? You know. Um, no, it's not insomnia. It's old man syndrome. And the older you get, I mean, you know, so you got to keep your brain active, keep your brain cells active and growing. Because if not, you start losing memory and you start forgetting things. And I think my brain's been like turbo mode lately, trying to remember all the. Here, let's put on the captain glasses and we'll Captain. Aye aye. You know. That. Well, a good thing about these ones, I can read with these ones. These ones, I love these ones. I really do love these ones. But you can't see jack diddly poop out of these. I mean, they're good for going to concerts and things. But like if you're trying to drive and things, no. All you see is stars, and they are not. You know, I'm gonna wear them because I can. I got Yuki now. She can respond to the chat. So I'll just wear these ones. We'll just go double America. America! You know? That's what I got Yuki for. Yuki can respond to the chat. I'll just keep on talking, and she'll be like, beep, beep. No. You know? I'm kidding. But I'm really surprised Eric or Trey or all the other boys. I think Oscar's mad at me. He was leaving me angry emojis on my Man in the Mirror thing last night. So, I think Oscar's mad at me for some reason. I don't know. Eric is cool. I like Eric. Eric is a lot of fun. I really miss Burger though. I mean, I haven't seen. I mean, every once in a while, Burger will leave comments on my shorts and things, but he was coming in the live stream. He might be working though. He's a busy guy. You know. Eventually, I'll probably be busy again. You know, just have him start doing live streams in the late afternoon instead of in the morning time. So it'll be okay. We will make do. We will be good like that. So. But for right now, we're just gonna enjoy each other's company in the morning. Well, mid morning, anyways. No, I think that's how that works. Oh, you wish what? You wish if there was any way we could collaborate like a call for a live. I don't have a second phone. I, if I was on my laptop or my tablet, I could have, but I'm not ready for a million people to have my phone number yet. I just when we get further ahead, we start growing bigger. I'll get this StreamYard. That way, if people want to come on, join the live chat, we'll just put it in the chat for them so they can bloop, come on screen with me. Show the world their pretty face, you know. Because you know what I learned is, you know, sometimes it is so much harder to talk in person than on the telephone because, you know, everybody's watching you. And, you know, they're like, what's he going to say now? You know, so, and you'll notice a lot of people, they get that whole oh my God, they're watching me, you know, kind of thing going on. Your first live stream, it's pretty, it's, you know, you get a lot of thoughts going in your head in your first live stream, like, are they really watching me? Are they paying attention? Are they listening to my words? You know, and then you get about 30 minutes to an hour in it, and you're like, yeah, I don't care anymore. You know, you're just kind of like, they're still here, I'm still here. You're gonna get the poop talkers, no matter where you go. You're always gonna get that one person that knows more and knows everything, and you know, and so that's why it's always best when you say something when you're doing one of these, just do it as an opinion based. Don't say and my facts. It's facts. You know, I kind of did that the other day, and I should have, but I should have said it more as an opinion based versus an actual fact. But that's all right. Nobody came after me. Nobody did the whole Google GPD doctor thing and going, you were wrong, which I could have been. I don't know. I really didn't. I was just getting tired of being called fat, so I was like just throwing out some statistics out there just for fun, you know. It worked, I guess. Nobody questioned it, but I don't like doing that though. I like when if I'm gonna tell a fact, I like to be 100% accurate in my facts. I don't like to just swing from the hip. You know, I'm not a golfer for Pete's sakes, but this is a dragon morning, Yuki. Didn't get a lot of people on. We'll get more people this afternoon. But I want to post my VJ Mix look, but I don't know if I'll be demonetized for it. Since it's blood and murder, but it's not worse than it'll end up fine. Yeah, can you? I just got rear-ended by a goat. I don't know why she hits my car. She's such a butthead. Um, is it like real blood? You can if you gray out the blood, you're okay, but don't leave it like red and things. You might have to change the depending on what the weapon is. YouTube has some certain rules, but if you like gray out the blood, so the blood's still there, but it kind of like use your AI and just kind of make the blood fade out to a gray color. You'll probably be okay. So, because you never know when they're watching you. You never know if you're going to upset somebody and they're going to report you. You don't want that. Because then all your hard work goes to down the drain. You're like, man, I put so much work into this, and now I'm sad. But, so maybe, you know, or put a parental PG-13 on it. Yeah. Oh, give a warning. Blood and glory, guts and glory. So that way. But back when I was a kid, though, we had the Mr. Yuck stickers. You know, now we don't have any of those cool things anymore. We just let everybody try to survive in the world of insanity. But, man, we used to have these Mr. Yucks. You just put them on it. It's kind of common sense. But I mean, we drank from garden hoses from irrigation water. We didn't die, so probably shouldn't have drank from the irrigation garden hose. But when it's hot and you're a kid and you don't care and water's water, if you let the hose run for a while, hose water's not bad tasting. But depending on what kind of hose you use, if you use an actual water safe hose and it's not just a plain Jane garden hose, fake blood flash warning. Like it. There you go. Give a preemptive strike to it. You know, you know. I was never really a horror flick person. I mean, I know a lot of my exes love horror movies. I think it's a girl thing. Girls like to be scared for some reason. I don't know what it is, but I think they like the whole. I tried posting it to Snapchat. It took bunch of buttheads. Yeah, you might have to use AI and fade the blood out to gray, so it's not so glorified. So, and then try again. Always. Well, cause you got to remember, YouTube, Snapchat, Facebook, everybody's getting sued right now, and so they're being more strict on everything because people won't stop suing them. Because it's not them that's doing the issues; it's these crazy people that just want free money. So, quit suing them, and we can have our freedoms back. You crazy people! You're making it hard for us. We have to cut down what we can say and do, and so you lose the enjoyment of ha funny ha. You're killing the ha-has, you people. Stop killing the ha-has. Let's all just get along and stop being butt faces, but no, everybody has to just be a Karen, sue, It's like that old broad that sued McDonald's because she had her cup of coffee between her legs, between her thighs, as she was driving and squeezed the cup and exploded the coffee all over her thighs and burned herself. You know what a cup holder is for? To hold hot beverages. You silly Nelly. But I think some of these judges need to start throwing a lot of these lawsuits off of common sense. If you ain't got no common sense, you shouldn't be able to sue. I mean, it's just a particular. I mean, they should write laws where, if you did it to yourself, then no. I mean, it's coffee. Coffee's hot. Unless you get an iced coffee. But a hot coffee's hot, Mine typically, no, I have ice cubes put in mine because I don't like burning the roof of my mouth. No. My ex-girlfriend from Connecticut, though, we'd brew a pot of coffee and she'd like it warmed up for like an extra minute, so it was like scalding hot, which was really silly to me, and I never understood it. So I'd brew her coffee, right? I'd put her sugars and her creams, and I'd stir it all up. Then I put it in the microwave, and I'd take it upstairs to her so she could have her cup of coffee in the morning. And then she'd let it sit there for like 10 minutes, cool down. I'm like, why didn't I just bring you just a regular cup of coffee? Well, what's the whole extra microwavable step to it? That's how she liked it, so I guess. Who's Frank DiCaprio? Best judge ever. I'm going to have to Google it because I don't know. Apparently, I don't know who Frank DiCaprio is. I probably do. My brain's drawing a blank. Which state was he in? Was he a Superior Court judge? Was he a federal judge? Oh, was he that TV judge, the old dude judge that was cool as hell? The old boy judge? I think that was him, wasn't it? Yuki. What was it? Was it the TV actor judge? Like, back to talking to myself again. Nice. Okay, yeah, I think it was. I think it was that old boy judge that would, he had that courtroom TV show. I think that's who that was. I think that's who Frank DiCaprio was. We've had so many court TV judges. Amazingly, they're real judges. I just thought they were like TV. No, they're real judges, man. Which is totally weird. Because some judges, they don't even want TV cameras in there. You got judges that have whole film crews in there, like that judge in Texas that has his own YouTube. I like his bow tie, but remind me if I'm ever in Texas, I don't want to be in his court. Well, I guess I do. I mean, he's kind of a lenient judge. I mean, if you're not a knothead, he's pretty lenient. So, I mean, I guess it wouldn't be so bad. Of course, I'm trying to be on the straight and narrow now because going to court's expensive. So, and I like my freedom, and I don't want to be locked up in a 4x8 cell with another dude and having to smell his farts for the rest of my life because I know rehab would probably really enjoy smelling men's farts for the rest of his life, but that's not my forte. I don't want to smell another man's butt go. So last time I was in county, speaking about last time I was in county, so that's what I don't understand. So people take the toilet paper and they get it wet and they smush it up into the air vents, right? Because they blow constant cool air into the cell, and they give you these paper thin blankets to sleep with, and they don't even give you a pillow. I mean, it's like, give me a pillow, right? Or give me a second blanket so I can make a pillow. I guess you're supposed to sleep on top of your pants and shirt, I guess, which is pretty gross because you only get a new outfit like every three days. So, but yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I'm still not farting in a jar. Well, I might for Christmas now. And I'm kind of intrigued. I just fart in jars and seal the top up, and I'll just send them to all my lovely family members with a big Merry Christmas. Oh, you know what I'll do? Not to my family members. I'll send them to all my favorite enemies, People that have done me dirty over the years. I'll just send them a fart jar for Christmas. I have their addresses. Do you think they'd appreciate it? I'll just put a big heart on the jar, and I'll be like, sense of an angel or ghost in a jar. Yeah, we'll call it ghost in a jar, and they'll open it and go, yeah. No, I wouldn't do that. That would be totally mean, but so funny. What? I mean, that was one thing. I tested good. I never did my homework, but I tested good. I probably should have did my homework, but I hated homework, man. I like schoolwork, but I didn't want to take your work home with me. That was my thought. I didn't, I go to school, all the work should be done in the classroom, right? You should have our packets where the packet can be done in the classroom. So you, the teacher that we pay to teach, can be hands-on with your students. Right? I mean, that makes sense to me. I mean, you're there to educate, not just to send a whole bunch of crap home for the parents to do. Because parents work and then they get home. I mean, you got parents who work 12, 14, 16 hours. Then they got to come home and do the damn teacher's job because the damn lazy teacher didn't want to do their job. It's like, what the hell, stinky? We pay you as taxpayers to teach our children, and you send all the damn work home. Homework is stupid. Keep it in schools, you know? I mean, I could understand if it was like extra credit work, to boost, if you got a student that has grades are down and it needs a helper boost, like a makeup packet or something like that just to get their grade up. But just to constantly sending homework home because you didn't have the ability to do it in class is it just never made any sense to me. Because like I look at it like this. So like the first 4 days used to be like reading the book, doing the workout packet, and then on the fifth day have a kind of like half refund day, and then do the test. You know what I mean? I say I would have been a great teacher. I would have been a great teacher. I would have, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably go to a good shop teacher. Well, no, I got all my digits, so I don't think I'd be a good shop teacher because I have all my fingers. And I think to be a shop teacher, you have. I think that's like protocol. If you're not missing like one or two fingers, you gotta. I worked with a guy. All he had left was his pinky and his thumb, and he cut him off with the same machine 3 times. It's like lockout tag out, my friend. Lockout tag out. You think after cutting the first one off, you want to learn your lesson, and then you cut the other two off. What the fart jar? That's our new word, Yuki. Instead of saying bad words, fart jar is our bad word on the show. That's what we're gonna be using for bad words from now on out. Me and my stepmom would always fight about school. I mean, damn dirt. I think I've learned more out of school than I ever learned in school. It's just, I was too busy having fun, making friends, and like flirting with girls, and back when I was in school. Thank you. I couldn't find work boots this morning, so now I'm wearing shoes, and I hate it. I don't wear shoes. I got flat feet, so me and tennis shoes do not get along. Typically, why I always wear cowboy boots. Because cowboy boots give me that proper lift and arch so I'm not clumsy. If I wear tennis, which is funny, I can walk around barefoot just fine, but for some reason I always drag my feet when I wear tennis shoes. It's so I can wear a pair of shoes out in like 2 months just dragging my feet because I don't know why, but before the dogs chewed them up, I had the same pair of cowboy boots for like 3 years and they were still in perfect condition until they chewed the toe off. And who wants toeless cowboy boots? That's kind of pointless, but so. Well, I guess we hit that hour mark and we haven't had a lot of people coming in. I wonder if somebody was reporting the show or something. And we got kicked off the algorithms again. Well, that would suck because we were doing so good too. We were building up 200 plus a day. that would make me mad if somebody came and hit my show for just rude reasons. You know what I mean? No. Anyways, like we always say from Yuki and I and the Grumpy's channel, if you can't be happy, let's be grumpy. And y'all have a good day. I'll probably see you later this afternoon. Have a good one.